I've got Garth Way from Biosus Energy with me on the Business Spotlight today. Garth, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me, Brenda. Pleasure to be here.
Really nice to meet you. So tell me about yourself and Biosus Energy. What is it that you do?
The name Biosus is a good place to start. It comes from two things: bio, which is life, and sus is short for sustainable. So we're a renewables energy company, been around about 10 years now. We started off very much in the biomass area, particularly focusing on an advanced technology, turning wood into energy using gasification. Also been involved with biomass boilers. And latterly, we've been doing more on-site power generation for clients. And solar is one of those. We also do combined heat and power system at commercial clients, really. So really giving energy as a service.
Okay, and is it that mostly for commercial customers?
Yeah, we focus on commercial clients, trying to really capture some value for them while being sustainable. That's our sort of mission statement. A lot of our clients at the moment are very keen to get renewables about their factory, or heat pumps, or combinations of solar and heat pumps is an interesting thing at the moment. We're working on some off-grid sustainability options for distilleries and breweries and things like that. So really trying to help the Scottish, I guess, food industry get as renewable as they can. Yeah.
Fantastic. And how long have you been doing that for?
So yeah, we formed the company back in 2013. So we had our 10th year anniversary at the beginning of this year. So we've seen many a trend. I suppose a lot of the earlier trends were based around subsidies for RHI and ROCs. So they are heat incentives and power incentives. But latterly, I think the market's been driven by just the sheer extreme cost, I suppose, of power and heat at the moment. So a lot of the solutions we're now offering have very good return on investment without any subsidies. So that's sort of good, I suppose.
Good. Well, first off, congratulations on getting 10 years in business. That's not many businesses see that kind of milestone. So well done.
Yeah, well, it's been through the COVID period as well, so that's always been a bit of a difficult time for all parties, really. So
what sort of changes have you had to go through as a business over that 10 years?
I suppose we've mainly looked on developing the right solution for customers, and also bringing our employees, I suppose, along as well. So we've always been keen to get young engineers in, graduate engineers, and bring them on to a position where they understand more about and be more useful for industry. And I guess for our customers, then really looking for a solution that's bespoke to them. Really want the customers to get an optimized solution, not just a off-the-shelf what's on sale at the moment type approach. So yeah, no, I think that would be the two things we've been pushing along.
Good. So yeah, if you can provide a solution that your customer wants, that's the better than pushing your solution on them. So,
yeah, I mean, we really take time to build a relationship with the customer and speak to them and understand where their business is going and what their future is. So we do take time to speak with them and look at it's probably questions that I guess suppliers don't often ask. What's your ambitions over the next 5 years as a company? What's your renewable targets? Do you have a low carbon goal yourself? Do you have a renewables plan? Can we help you get one if you haven't got one? Are you measuring everything you need to measure in order to even answer my questions? Are you got an awareness of your own carbon footprint, or even your own power bills? Do you know if they've gone up or down? We do a lot of analysis for the customer, looking at patterns in their usage as well, and sometimes we can spot anomalies or opportunities by doing that as well. So it's all part of the getting to know your client, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned asking them what are their aspirations for the next 5 years. What are your aspirations for your organization for the next 5 years?
Well, we're on a big growth path at the moment, I suppose. Really, we've increased our employees from 10 to about 20 now, and we're hoping to maybe to go up to as far as 30 this year, I'd say. Our turnover is doubling probably as well this year. So I suppose we're really looking to bring more solutions, I suppose, onto our portfolio. We're very interested in helping the energy transition. So not only are we doing hybrid systems with what I would call standard solutions, which would be solar and heat pumps and CHPs, but we're trying to bring into those some new innovations in heat pumps. There's some technology coming along at the moment which allows very high temperature heat pumps. This means that the output can be above 100 degrees C up to 200 degrees C, which and the input can be low grade waste heat from within a customer's process. So we're quite excited at the moment about recovering heat at 60 or 70 degrees C from customers' processes and actually turning that back into steam or boiling, boiling oil, whatever they need.
So they put that back into their process, I guess.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I mean, it gets rid of and also it'd be driven by solar as well. So it's a three-pronged win, really. You're getting rid of a cooling load, you're getting a free heating load, and the energy that's needed to go from cooling to heating, the heat pump power supply can come from solar as well. So yeah, really getting, some great energy integration using new technology coming in.
So you'll have seen a lot of new technology over the last 10 years then in your field.
Yeah, we're always looking to see what's viable and what's not. We've been around the world looking at new technology, looking at new types of system, new types of gasification, and some of them are good and some of them are not really. So, but it's expensive to do that, and not all of them are winners. We're talking to a couple of international companies at the moment about new technologies that they're developing, and really want to help them bring them into the UK market. So that's one of the things we're looking at as well.
So yourself then, Garth, it sounds like you're really into the technology and the environmental side, the green side of your technologies, but you're also a business owner. Which did you always want to be in business, or is it driven by your other passion?
I hear what you're saying. It's interesting, really. I suppose my background has always been engineering, and as a kid I was the kid that took stuff apart and didn't necessarily put them back together again as well. But now
we've all got to learn somehow.
Exactly. I always enjoyed engineering and chemical engineering in particular, from the perspective that you could look at any process or and come up with an understanding of that through the maths. And then I suppose the entrepreneurial thing, where does that come from? I suppose I've always been driven. I wouldn't say I'm driven by money as such. I think I'm just driven by making things right in terms of bringing customers solutions, or if there's an obvious way of using a waste or waste energy or a waste material from one area of industry or a factory and turning that into something useful somewhere else, it sort of seems like, well, why wouldn't you do that? So I suppose it's a circular economy is the sort of buzzword I suppose has been around. But back in the 90s, I was working on recycling tires, recycling asbestos, which I think people are still struggling to do now. I co-developed a process which is to recycle Tetra Pak, which is all those aluminium backed foils. So I've got I did that with Cambridge University, and that's gone on to be a process that exists now, I think. So that's great to see when something happens like that.
So when I put the orange juice cartons from my breakfast table into the recycling, that's you that's enabled me to be able to do that. Is that right?
Yeah, there's a particular company now called Enval, actually, who are working with a wine company and other people to bring. I don't know if you like wine at all, Brenda, but I don't mind a glass of wine.
I'm a bit partial, yes.
So there is a company called Bib, actually, who and it's basically their push is to bring wine out of glass into boxes, basically, but they wanted the packaging to be fully recyclable. So they're working with Enval to actually bring this end circular economy solution in, really. So the reduced footprint of the wine in the first place, and you imagine all the glass you haven't got to make and haven't got to transport, and then at the end you can then take the packaging and you send it off to Enval, and they then recycle the aluminium and recycle the oil and gas that's in the plastic out of that process. So yeah, it's good that, you know, we can drink wine with a green conscience. Yeah.
Absolutely. I have to have another glass then.
Yeah.
So what have been the biggest issues that you've overcome in business?
I think business can be quite lonely and stressful, and it's sometimes hard to explain to people that haven't tried it themselves. To, you know, when you've got employees and you've got the end of month looms, and you're thinking, well, I better pay everyone, and, you know, shall I pay everyone rather than paying myself? You know, so there's times where you've had to sacrifice yourself in terms of time and money, and I think, you know, you need to learn to deal with that stress as well, really. I mean, I would recommend anyone that's in business to be also giving themselves a break sometimes, giving themselves some time off. I know mindfulness is a thing that a word that's been used a lot recently, probably, and even during COVID, I suppose people have found themselves isolated and things like that. So I would recommend, you know, a combination of looking after your body and looking after your mind, and I think, you know, business owners are probably some of the people that are most, I suppose, I suppose they're most at risk, I suppose, because of the pressure they put themselves under. The entrepreneurial spirit can be a curse, and it can be a blessing, you know. I
couldn't agree more. I I wrote an article just recently on that very topic. It's a very there's a lot there about mental health support for employees, and actually I think that business owners are maybe missed out a bit there. So it's important that we talk about that, I think.
I think so too. Yeah, and I'm really keen to create a team spirit at work, really. I mean, I used to play quite a lot of team sports, like grass hockey and things like that, and I got a lot of fun from that, and feeling that you're all got literally a common goal. But I think I try and bring that sort of atmosphere into the workplace. So we're very keen on Friday mornings. I always give everyone free bacon butties, and we'll sit around and have a bit of a chat about the social stuff, and we try and arrange quarterly days out to go, I don't know, go karting or go. Some people are doing some skydiving, and we pay for them for their day out and all that as well. So we're keen to sort of, give the employees something extra, and get them excited about coming to work, I suppose. Yeah.
So how big's the team?
So we're about 20 to 25 people. Actually 3 new people started this morning, so there you go, that's a busy morning. But I suppose we're building installation teams. We've got assets that are running all the time, so we've got operators, and then we've got a good bunch of engineers, electrical and mechanical engineers in the office, that they tend to deal with the inquiries, and also with any problems we've got across our fleet of operating assets and any of our customers' assets. And then we've got a great sales team as well. We've got 2 guys in sales, so there's always quotes being done and sales leads being sent out. So yeah, we're quite we got quite a broad mix, I suppose, of things that we do. Really, we do consultancy, we do asset management, we do installation of our own renewables as well. So we're covering a lot of bases here, which is nice, because we can join up all the thinking, right from the original design right through to the installation, and making sure the customer's got long-term maintenance and operation of the asset as well. So we don't just leave the customer hanging after we've sold them something.
I get it. So I guess that needs a diverse team. What are your thoughts on the employment situation at the moment?
I'm finding that sometimes I guess I'm annoyed slightly that some of the people that come to me, and even if they've got a good degree, or that they don't really have the skills that I need. So I sort of find myself asking the engineers questions that I think they should know the answer to, and they don't. So I find myself frustrated by that, I would say.
So that's the quality of the talent available then, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the youth of today, I suppose, they're a little bit confused, I think, and a little bit unsure of what they want to do with themselves. And I can understand why that is from the last. If you went to university over the last 3 or 4 years,
Yes.
then you sat at home on a PC. All the lecturers have done everything online. There's no books. There's no interaction. I guess it's almost like it obviously is remote learning in the true sense. And I think they've lost maybe some of the excitement, I suppose, of learning from that. And I think, it's I like to see people get passionate and excited about what they're doing, but it's not for everyone. Some people just go to work to earn some money and want to go home at the end of the day. But I like to try and find those people that who can't stop thinking about it, I suppose. Yeah, it works.
So
It's the way I work.
How do you find those passionate people then? I guess you do have passionate people in your
we do have we have some passionate people, I suppose. We do normal recruitment. We do recruitment by word of mouth. We run some social media campaigns and things like that as well. We're trying to sort of work more into the world of YouTube and LinkedIn and that sort of thing. It's not, as I'm old, then I get the young people to do that. Yeah, I think really just get some summer students in. I think give them a taste. We've got a summer student coming in this year, and also I'm actually my son's school. I'm thinking about doing some work with those guys as well. They're into some engineering and some 24-hour Formula One type electrical vehicle things into that. So yeah, I mean, I suppose, how do you find passionate people? You set out your stall and you say, who wants to look at renewables and sustainability, and you see who comes, really. And you can ask them some killer questions. One of the ones I always ask is, do you know what a falafel is? That's one of my questions. And some of them don't know what a falafel is. So I think, well,
are they thinking it's something something technical engineering?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Falafel I know is not. Yeah, I would enjoy it with that glass of wine that you were talking about.
Exactly. So yeah, that's my tree hugger question. If you know what a falafel is, then I think you're more likely to be a bit of a bit of a renewables festival goer,
So I like what you were saying there, actually, about the bringing in the students and working with the schools. I guess if we're going to find passionate people about sustainability or about business or about engineering, then we're going to have maybe grow them from the ground up as well.
Yeah, I mean, we actually had again, my son's school actually came out to the we actually work here at Biosus on a site which is basically my house. So we've got 3 or 4 cabins here sat in 4 acres. So when we develop new office space, we said to the staff, look, do you want to stop working in a field in a cabin, or do you want to go into West Hill and work in a what I call a proper office? And they said, oh no, we'd rather stay in in our cabins, really. And I said, why is that? It was, well, they like the setting. It's good views. We've got, at lunchtime we do dog walking or kick a football around if you want to. All the cabins are built out of sustainable wood. We've got solar panels on them with good insulation. We're 100% green electric here on everything we do. We're trying to use recycled materials in all the cabins. So we've got all our mats are made out of recycled jeans, and the walls you can see behind me are all made out of recycled like wood where I'm sitting now. And a lot of the furniture we use is secondhand or repurposed, old brown furniture, repainted and things like that. So we're very much, we're talking the talk, but also hopefully walking the walk. We've got chickens here, we've got sheep here, we've got bees, we've got a polytunnel. So I guess I try and get into the employees' heads a little bit with what I'm doing here, and give them opportunity to get involved with those things as well. Really, I give them nice eggs that they like that.
That's brilliant. It's living the total the culture, I guess, is really important.
I always think of the analogy of the good life, really, which only works for people that are a bit older, really, with I guess trying to sort of be sustainable in suburbia and have your own chickens in the garden. Hopefully, hopefully people can integrate a bit of what I do into their lives too.
It sounds great, and I could ask lots of questions and go really deep into that. I would need to find out more. We probably can't do that in this interview, so we'll
come around and I'll show you around, and you can see the forest garden that we're doing, and the eggs and the bees. We can see the chickens if you want as well. So yeah.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to. But in the meantime, it sounds like it's a really exciting time. It's just this is only going to become bigger and bigger. So what's your aspirations for the company in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think we're really trying to help commercial clients get renewable, get their low carbon roadmaps sorted, really measure where they are right now, help them meet the targets, and really bring the technical solutions to do that. And we're arranging various methods of these solutions, so we can offer to the right clients. We can put effectively free solar on their roof, so they can buy power from the solar panels, but not have to pay for the solar panels now. After a period of time, they'll own the panels and they'll be on their roof. But in the short term, if they're having problems with finance, or just want to keep their money for their own core business, then we can come along and support them with that. Really, I think I just want to get the company maybe up to 100 people, and really get the installation teams really working hard, getting the solutions out there, I think, into the field.
So it's about the impact that you can have.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I really want to feel that we've actually got somewhere. I mean, I've been passionate about renewables for 30 years, and been banging the same drum. And I think now's the time. And I say that every year, probably, but for the last 30 years. But
I'm sure it is. It sounds that this is the time where we're going to have
so you're saying it as well,
big change. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Garth, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today. Thank you very much for sitting in the business spotlight.
No worries.
Really appreciate your time.
I've enjoyed telling you all about my chickens here.